Well. We got a big ass 11 game slate. So let me be real clear, especially for people that are newer to my channel. On a big slate like this, I'm not going to go over every single player. And in general, you know, I like to highlight players that are in good spots that stand out to me. Sometimes when I don't mention a certain player that somebody else like, usually it's no big deal. People will mention, "Hey, Chopper, I like this guy," no problem. But sometimes people get offended when I don't mention their favorite player. Um, don't get bent out of shape. It's all good. Lamelo's playing very well, 10.3K. You got to find value and play him. He's matchup proof. He does what he wants. He's playing like he's playing in the park. You got to play him. Cunningham, he's another one. If he's good to go, fire him up. This season is really broken down into the haves and the have-nots. Few guys have it, and most of these guys don't. A lot of these guys aren't showing up to work. It's pretty apparent. It's like playing NBA DFS. It's like walking on a beach with landmines. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Cunningham's in place. He hasn't been spectacular without Kyrie. 51 is okay, but he's 97. Sometimes people look at 51 fantasy points and they jump up for joy like it's good. It's not good. It's barely 5 times value. Barely. It's a little bit over 5 times value. At 9.7K, I need 60 fantasy points. This is not 2018. This is 2024. I'm very sorry that I can't tell y'all what y'all want to hear, and I'm not talking to everybody, just some people. I'm sorry I can't sit here and tell y'all what y'all want to hear. I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. I'm not Rihanna. I'm not Ariana Grande. I'm here to help you identify better DFS plays. Which one of these last 5 games were terrific? None of them. Not you need to pay off 9.7K. I need 60 fucking fantasy points from Kyrie Irving. Period. Let's continue. Oh, I got time today. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Anthony Edwards in play 9.5K. His numbers haven't been crazy neither. His usage is massive. His minutes and his usage is massive. That's the thing. 22 shots, 43 minutes. 21 shots, 39 minutes. And he's doing this when his team is mostly healthy. He's a little bit pricey himself. He's a little bit overpriced. The only time I get to Anthony Edwards is when I have extreme value, and then I'll just upgrade my spend up. Trae Young. Oh, another reason for these guys being overpriced is because there's not a lot of guys doing much anyway. So besides AD, Giannis, Joker, Wemby, everybody else fantasy scores is pretty much mid. If it's not those 4 guys, you could throw LeBron in there some nights. 5 guys, maybe Tatum, 6 guys. If it's not one of these 6, 7 guys out there, everybody else is mid when it comes to fantasy sports. Fantasy scores. That's why they could get away with over pricing them. Trae Young is priced appropriately. Anthony Edwards and Irving are overpriced, and Cunningham is overpriced. But the thing is, it's correct for the landscape of the way the NBA is this season, if that makes sense. Fox, Harden, Brunson, all in play. I prefer Harden. Donovan Mitchell's in play. You never know when he's going to go crazy. You don't know if he's going to go crazy for the first half and then sit the rest of the game. You just don't know. That's what the NBA is now. He's a good play. Barnes is in a decent play, 8.7K. Halliburton had another decent game. 13 assists, 68 fantasy points. Just look at his floor. 3 games before that, he had 18 fantasy points. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you want to take a shot on Halliburton, enjoy. You see what I'm saying? But don't game log watch and let it fool you, because he's been shooting horribly. DeJounte Murray, if he's not under a restriction, he's an okay play at 8.3K. If he's under a restriction, it's going to be hard to pay that off. Tyler Hero's an okay play. Maxey, 8.1K. I don't mind getting to him. McCollum's an okay play. Garland is fine, 7.6. Kind of spicy. Because of the fact that you got 3 other guys on that team that could put up 40 plus fantasy points. McCain, Kyle Kuzma's little sister, 7.3K. He's absolutely in play. Van Vliet, 7.1. I don't mind getting to him. He's been actually better than Green. Bane, oh man. I really don't want to spend too long on point guards because it's always the longest position. But this guy right here, this guy got the nerve to be looking at us with his stupid ass mustache. I need you to put up fantasy points. 8. You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm wasting my breath. Fuck Desmond Bane. Kobe White's an okay play. Reeves hasn't been special this season. They need to do something with that starting lineup. They need to fucking get Rui out of there and bring Rui and Cam Reddish off the bench. That's what they need to do. They need to start Connect and then figure out the other spot until Vanderbilt comes back. That's what they need to do. I'm not interested in Reeves. Listen, another thing. When I say I'm not interested in somebody, that means that in my 1-2 lineups, I'm not drooling at the mouth to play them. They don't stand out to me. Now, when we get value and I'm building lineups and, they're the last one in then, fine. I don't have a problem playing them, but it's just I'm not enthusiastic to play them. It's a lot of players. I can't be thrilled to play everybody, right? I'm not thrilled to play Austin Reeves at this moment. If LeBron gets hurt tomorrow, right, and there's no LeBron, guess what? Reeves becomes a little bit more interesting. This is how fantasy works. I did see Trae Young questionable. And for those of you that are busy or were busy and you didn't hear the news, the Hawks were fined $100K for sitting Trae Young in a game where he was healthy enough to play. Oh, that sounds like something we talk about on this channel a lot, but we're not going to go into that right now. Daniels isn't play, looks better with no Trae Young. Giddey, I'm not interested in because his ceiling is low. Didn't have to go far to find a low floor game. 14 fantasy points 4 games ago. What else do I need to show you? Chris Paul. Chris Paul is 6.3K. I'm not interested in Chris Paul. Why am I not interested in Chris Paul? Because he doesn't shoot a lot. 10 shots, 9 shots, 7 shots, 7 shots. Like, I had somebody somebody was like, yo, Chris Paul's in a great spot or some shit. Some shit they said. Just keep sleeping on him. Chris Paul is mid with a low ceiling. B, who the fuck you talking to? C, what happened to that boy? 28 minutes, 29 fantasy points. Looks far from some exceptional play, my friend. All you had to say was, hey, Chapo, I like Chris Paul tonight. And I would have been like, you know what? I can see it. A little bit of an upside. I can see it. But the way you worded it made it seem like I didn't know what I was talking about. 28 minutes, 29 fantasy points at 6.3K. That's not 5 times value. So I must know what I'm talking about. Let's continue. When you aim for the king, you best not miss. Shaden Sharp, 6.1K. He's a better play because of the matchup, Portland is an utter disgrace. Chauncey Billups should be fired and banned from coaching for 5 years. What the fuck is Anthony Simons doing? Look at his rap sheet. Look at his game logs. Might as well call it a rap sheet. That's how bad it is. I got time today. Yeah. Who else is here? Shaden Sharp is better than Anthony Simons. He's trying 48, 28, 21, 34, 27 fantasy points. He's shooting. He's getting the minutes. Grabbing rebounds where he could. He's doing a little bit. He's trying. 6.1K. I'll take Shaden Sharp every time over Anthony Simons. I'm probably never going to play Anthony Simons again unless it's a night slate and someone has a gun to my head. Fuck Anthony Simons. Rozier's an okay play. I'm not interested in him. Scottie Pippen with Morant back. He's not a bad play. Morant's out. I guess fire up Scottie Pippen. Brogdon. I'm done with Brogdon. I'm done with him. 27 fantasy points, 23 minutes. I'm done with him. I'm done with Washington. I'm done with all of them. Koulibaly. Fucking George. I'm done with all of them. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. Playing Washington is like throwing money away. Ty Jerome, the fuck's he on? He needs to be drug tested. Manton's coming off the bench with 50 fantasy points. People are gonna play him. He's too pricey to be coming off the bench. That's like I don't play guys that 6K off the bench just like that for no reason. He's not a bad play, but you need a lot to go right for him to pay that off. It's a good matchup. If I'm playing 20 lineups, I throw him in one. If you want to take a shot on Ty Jerome, I understand it. That's just not how I play. I'm not gonna go chasing waterfalls. You see what I'm saying? The Sumno, 5.5K. He's been pretty mid. Monk off the bench, okay. What did DiVincenzo do today? This fucking guy started and put in a. Carrington. I'm not interested in DiVincenzo. I'm not interested in Carrington. Maybe McConnell if I'm desperate. If Henderson is back, if Henderson is out, give Sharp a little bit of a bump. Everybody's gonna go to Alfred Payton, 4.7K. He had like 39 assists. He shot 7 for 11. You know, if Chris Paul was doing this, it'd be a different story. But he's not. That's why he's not a must play. Okay, just for future reference. That's to my Chris Paul lover out there. You know, if you're a seasoned vet, you're not gonna think he's gonna do this again. His price did come up a little bit. I don't mind getting him at 4.1K. If he starts again at 4.7, fine. Just be careful. I'm done with Conley. Banton started out the season hot like fish grease, and then he cooled down. You see what I'm saying? So I need Scoot Henderson to be out for Banton to have any type of relevance. What the fuck is the relevance? Who else is here? Russell? Are we playing Russell? Minutes aren't there. Fantasy scores. I'll take the 26. Everything else is gonna get you. It's gonna help you lose a lot quicker. You see what I'm saying? All right, we might get some value in Dallas. Let's keep our eye on Dinwiddie. Let's keep our eye on Hardy, Porter Jr. if you're desperate, McBride if you're desperate. if they're gonna give Dillingham more, if they're gonna be giving Dillingham more minutes, then Dillingham might be a little bit sneaky because Minnesota needs to do something. They're a little bit flat. The rest of these guys, I'm gonna leave the fodder to later. Let's go to shooting guard. Let's speed this shit up. Just spent 30 minutes on point guard, and 75% of them guys are mid. Brandon Ingram, another bitch. I'm not interested in him at 8.4K. Not on an 11 game slate. I'd rather allocate my funds elsewhere. You feel me? Imagine having 100K to buy any car you want, and somebody's dragging you to the Volvo dealership when you could go to the Mercedes. You see what I'm saying? Not like Volvos are bad, but it's like I don't want to spend all that money on something that's like not worth it. I want to spend my money on somebody that I know is going to pay off their salary. You feel me? Am I saying Brandon Ingram's a Volvo? He's not even that. He's more like a Hyundai Sonata. You know, somebody with a Sonata is going to get mad now. You know what I mean. All right, let's continue. Hero. We spoke about Hero already. Brandon Miller's in play because shooting guard is looking a little dim. We spoke about Mrs. McCain. Jared McCain. Matherin's always in play. We'll see if we get the return of Norman Powell. Jalen Green, you know how I feel about him. If he's your last man in, just, you know, not going to say it. Just, if you play Jalen Green, just pray it works out. Miles Bridges, another guy. Oh, I thought this was Miles. Mikal. Let his fantasy average tell you the story. He's not even worth 6.2K. Brandon Boston, everybody's back now. I'm only interested if he's going to start. If he's going to come off the bench with everybody back, or most of the guys back, no thank you. Klay Thompson, we spoke about him already. This should have been him going crazy. Oh, he didn't even play the last game. That's right. He's washed anyway. I don't mind getting the Beasley if Cunningham can't go. Amen Thompson, if you're desperate for value or mid-range, he's fine. Herder. Why did he play 10 minutes? All right, let's bump that. Let's look at the rest of the games where he played over 30 minutes. 30, 25, 8, and 18 fantasy points. Range of outcomes is crazy. You feel me? But he's not there to score, really, so that's the problem. You're paying for a guy that's a fifth option. You need a fifth option? Fourth option. Fox, DeRozan, Sabonis, Smart. He's a fifth fucking option. Man, fuck Kevin Herter. I'd rather play Castle. Castle's going to have a great game against the Lakers. Fire his ass up. Connect, 5K. Lakers are getting blown out. Redick will do something. Pretty sure that's going to include Net Connect. Just fire up Connect. He's gonna start at some point. Try to be in front of it. Champagne, if you're desperate, no problem. Hardy, I spoke about him. He's fine. NAW, he's been mid. The rest of these guys I'm really not interested in. I'll just wait for value. Because these guys will fucking sink your ship. See what I'm saying? Franz Wagner's always in play. RJ Barrett, I could take a shot. I knew Butler was going to fail. But I played him anyway. 35 fucking fantasy points. That's just what he does. He is hit or miss. Levine's in play. Hart, OG, Trey Murphy, all in play. Koulibaly, I don't know. You're playing with no Jordan Poole, and the best you could do is 20 fucking fantasy points in 37 minutes. Fucking failure. Alright, who else is here? Koulibaly, Kelly Oubre still hasn't shown up to this season. Eason and Jabari like to flip flop. See, Jabari had a good game. Eason didn't. Abdia 5.5. I don't mind him. I need some people to be out from Portland. If Scoot is out, they could do not Scoot. Scoot, yeah. Is it Scoot? Let's check. If Scoot is out, you still got Sharp. Chris Murray is nobody. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Just what the fuck? Alright, that's what we're gonna do. If Ayton can't go, we're gonna shove Walker. If Grant can't go, we'll shove Abdia. Okay? Where are we? 5.5. Okay. Najee Marshall's in play. I don't need Keldon Johnson. McDaniels, you could take that shot on. Hunter, I don't mind. He's an okay play. Nothing spectacular. I'm done with George. Harrison Barnes if you're desperate. Quentin Grimes if he starts. Richard Sher if he starts. Alright, let's go to power forward. Before we go to power forward, Jesus Christ, this video is 21 minutes long. Before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you need lineups from me. If you don't have time to wait for starting lineups, you don't have time to wait for news that always comes out last minute, check out the Patreon, like I said, a link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else should be in the description. And if you need to holler at me for lineups or anything like that, DFS_Chapo on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Let's go to power forward. Let's wrap this up and let's get out of here. Braun, Jalen Johnson, and play. Julius Randle. I'd rather allocate my money elsewhere. Jaren Jackson's an okay play. He's an okay play. Mobley in a great matchup. Siakam's in play. Keegan Murray's been very... I'm not interested in Keegan Murray when DeRozan is playing. What did Kuzma do? 40 fantasy points. So yeah, I had 2 good games all season. Fuck Kyle Kuzma. No Tobias. No Aldama for me. Sorry, you could take a shot. Yabusele's price came up. He's not as enticing, but he's in the player pool. They got Diabate price coming up. Yeah, I don't like this matchup for him. So he can stay at 5K. Stay the fuck away from me. Nas Reed, I'm not interested in, to be honest with you, at the moment. Caleb Martin, I'm never interested in. We're going to go right back to Jabari Smith Jr. at 4.7K. Brandon Clark, if you need some value. Boucher, if you're desperate. I've played Boucher a handful of times already. But we're going to get value out of Portland, so we don't got to go too crazy. Who else? What else is here? Yeah, let's go to center. All right, Wemby's in play, AD's in play. Cat, 9.5 is a bonus. Spectacular plays. I'd rather spend up my money on those guys. Sengun, I don't mind. Bam, I'm interested in, but I don't really want to play nobody from Miami. But Bam is a fine play. Vooch is a fine play. Not interested in Pirtle, but he's in the player pool. Jared Allen, Zubac, I'll take shots on. Gobert, I'll take a shot on. We'll see what's going on with Ayton. Very big news. Miles Turner, I don't think I'm going to use a center spot on. Derek Lively's a bitch. Did he not come out for the second half? 11 fucking minutes. Probably, you know what? Let me not say it. Capella's in play if you're desperate. Like if the rest of your lineup is fire and you have 5.4K for center, shove Capella up your ass, no problem. Golga, you're desperate, 5.1. Oh shit, Wendell Carter's back. My bad. Whoever starts, you know what? They're both fine. They're gonna probably just split minutes anyway. You never know with Orlando. Stewart, if you're playing a lot of lineups, I don't mind him. Same with Okongwu. Kevin Love. Kevin Love was playing fucking 7 minutes a game and had the nerve to leave this game. NBA is a fucking shithole. I think that's where we're gonna stop. I forgot they had Doo-Wop Reith. Oh shit. We might get the fucking return of Doo-Wop Reith on Wednesday slate if Ayton can't go. If they start only if you're playing a million lineups and you want to throw, Doo-Wop Reith in your lineup for shits and giggles, I understand it. If you're playing one lineup, two lineups, be very careful. But if they start Doo-Wop Reith, grease that motherfucker up and shove him straight up your ass. Listen, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships. Super chats are open. Happy Thanksgiving to all you gobbling gobblers. That sounded crazy. And I'll see y'all on the other side. Talk to y'all later. Ciao.